Back at it again, everybody. Hello, my name is LeCompton. Welcome to today's review. We have got Dodoria from SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z Namek line. Yes, with the glowy Dragon Ball lines. And, ooh, this boy big. Oh, seriously, he's huge. Like, I've had to zoom out. I've had to change things. And here he is. That's him. That's the big boy. And you know, I've only seen one or two criticisms about this boy, and as I was making the compilation here that you'll see here shortly, I don't think we ever got side shots of Dodoria. I really don't like a him turning sideways. It was more you always looked at him from the front or you looked at him from the back, and it was wide, you know? And so I think that's one of the things we've got going on today. But anyway, we got to show you what's going on with the box here, just in case there is some type of bootleg that comes out in the future, which I don't think they ever do, but who knows? I don't know. People crafty. So this is what you want to look for. You want to look for Bandai Tamashii Nations Dragon Ball Z, the Bandai Toy Collector Toy Shop, and Toei Animation, the gold sticker. Gold sticker is signifying that this was a Japan release. I don't think he's released in the States as of yet. And of course, you've got the Tamashii Nations quality sticker seal of approval. Dodoria, looking very nice in the box, just giant, showing off that evil grimace. And then you got the, look at those shots. They're so good. So much detail on the lips. And then you got the product shots on the back there. So, Dodoria. Let's go ahead and get him out of the box. And there is Dodoria out of the box. And you know, I think it's Dodoria's real voice that keeps coming through me, so my apologies. Doesn't look like he comes with too much, but I think it's just because he's so freaking big. You got two interchangeable heads. You've got two pairs of interchangeable hands, and then one little scout hand, and then you got a glowing 7-star Dragon Ball that he gets to hold right there, and then you've got the scouter, and also from what I can tell, it looks like that little ear is detachable there, so that's nice to know. So you can put the scouter on most of the faces there, so that's really great. I don't think he was in the show long enough to get any other type of expressions, so you know, good. I like it, and I think it works well for what he is. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this review. And Dodoria, articulation wise, can look up about, what is that? That much? Now that is a combination of the neck peg. There's a small little neck peg that kind of goes under his actual shoulders there that lets him do that. Can look down about that much, which is he looking down? No, he's just looking straight. I've got the shoulder pads that can do like that. From what I can tell, no, they are not double jointed. I was really excited because they're very thick, and I was like, oh, we're about to get them double jointed, boom, shoulder pads. But no, it didn't happen. Now, as far as wingspan, can go up about that much, which is pretty nice. Okay, Dodoria, and then his wait. It's kind of hard to get out, but there is his butterfly joint right there. Can do a full 360 if you go around like so. Of course, you got the bicep swivel and then a double jointed arm, which can curl like so, which is pretty good. The ball joint within the wrist has actually got a decent range of movement right there. Like, look at that. I don't think I've ever seen a ball joint like hit that much movement when it comes to these figures there. So that's pretty nice. Good job, Tamashii. Now, as far as ab crunch. Can do like that, which I guess, you know, makes him look down there, so that's good. And limbo style. Nothing at all. So there's that, and I kind of think the limbo style just is his normal stance to where he's like, hey, Frieza. so you got that right there. Now his legs, look at that. Big boy Dodoria hitting that split there, so that's pretty impressive. Now that's where you're gonna get it. Look, this is his leg. That is his kick right there. What? Okay, yeah, that's seriously his kick there. Now I did also notice that when I move it back like this, okay, it's not clicking. At first it was clicking there and it was making me a little nervous there. So I was like, oh God, I don't want that. Now, double jointed knees are gonna give you that range of motion there, so that's great. Now his feet actually go down a decent amount for his size. Now can't point up or anything like that. Oh look, we got a very nice thigh cut right there. I didn't get to mention that, but of course it wanted me to show you. Now his feet right there, you see that stick ball joint in there? That is actually what's gonna go on, and it gives you a little bit of an ankle rocker movement like that from side to side there, so that's pretty good. And then also, oh my God, Dodoria! Look at that toe pivot action. Okay, wasn't expecting that from the big boy. So, okay, arms. Fantastic. A lot of the stuff going up on above the torso, pretty great. Legs are starting to get a little like, okay, maybe you should have stretched a little more in your Frieza training force there. Split, great. Kick, horrible. Bending knees, absolutely garbage. And then the ankle rocker, sure, okay. But overall, I guess for Dodoria, for the big size that he is, I might have to say pretty good. Yeah. All right, 4 paint apps in sculpting. 4, big boy. Look at me. There's no shading. There's no shading at all. We're just gonna accept it and move on now. I will say, stock, crispy, clean colors on the boy. Look at that pink. Everything matches from his arm to his face to the little part in the chest there. All of it matches, so that is fantastic. The armor is, honestly, I like the fact that it's actually giving it a curve to it. I think that is more true to the actual character than just the straight out there. I guess that's what the Saiyans had, the Frieza armor, a little bit more curved. We'll have to see with Zarbon if that still stays true. The blue and the white, the white lining in the blue armor there, it's great. It's great. And it's a different sheen there, so it gives it nice contrast. The blue is a very good gloss, and then same thing can be said about the ab piece in the armor there. The arms look freaking-tastic. I don't know about blowfish, whatever you want to call it. That is, ooh, it's so good, and it's all the way around. I don't see any type of ugly plastic cuts, so that is fantastic. Normally they kind of have some problems like that sometimes when you have bigger figures. They always leave some ugly plastic cut, and I don't see it on anything here. Pants. Good God, is that a fupa? Oops! And then you got the legs right there, and then the feet. The feet look good. Now, look, we've got to call attention to it. That looks like Miley Cyrus's butt. Seriously, it does. That's a Miley Cyrus butt there. The rest of it looks great. Now, I did want to call attention to the head wrinkles, or I guess you would call it the fat wrinkles on the back of the head. They look good. Honestly, the spikes are spiky and they hurt. So hopefully I don't draw blood when I'm switching out the plates there. So, okay. Paint apps on the boy. Wow, holy crap. It did really good. Like I said, no shading, very stark contrast colors there, but ooh, it's good. It's very good for Dodoria. Yeah. All right, we got accessories for Dodoria. Look at the detail on those lips and the under eyes there. I've never noticed that he has purple under eyeliner, or whatever you want to call that. It looks disgusting, but it looks great. Even you've got the black lining within that. The pupils look fantastic. All of the wrinkles are just perfect. The nose looks really good. The cheeks are just proportionately perfect. And you've got a little bit more of an indentation on this side compared to that side there, so that's really good. And like I said, we get his scouter there, and all you really do is you just pop it on, and it looks great. Like it looks so good. And ooh, it's got the nice little wrinkle, the ribs there. So I give this scouter an A+ in my book. Good God, is that an ugly face, and good God, is it a gorgeous faceplate. Look at those lips. You've got the weird, I don't know what you call that. Those honestly look like worms around or four lips there. Same thing can be said about the underlining around the eyes there. So that is fantastic. The differentiation in the mouth is just so good. Look at the uvula. You've got a little bit of a dark purple there, and then that's the same thing. That's the same color as the uvula, and then behind the uvula, you've got it's black there. The tongue is perfect. All of it looks so freaking good. If you want to look at it from the side there, it does have a decent like hole. Yeah, hole in the side there, and then the eyes look fan-freaking-tastic as well. The lining around it, the fat wrinkles around the spiky of the forehead, and then not like I said, like the scouter. Yes, we only get one scouter, but it seems like every single one of these pops off. So each ear pops off, so you don't have to like lose one ear and switch it off, and you know, all of that there. So that's really nice. So just in case you do lose it, you have like two other head pieces, two other ear pieces to switch it with. So oh my God, look. Okay, I say it every single time. When you have asymmetrical things going on with the face here, you've got the raised lips and the raised teeth on one side. Same thing can be said for the eye. One's smaller, and then over here is smaller too. So good. It catches so much of the anime manga look, and it's not just a carbon copy of just or anything like that. So that is fantastic. The sculpting on there, even the fat wrinkles go around his eye there, so that is fantastic. If you look closely enough, look at that. The teeth have texture. Each one of those teeth actually has texture. What is going on, Tamashii Nations? I know this figure is decently pricey. I think he's around $80 there. So it makes sense for them to go a little bit more in detail with the sculpting there, but I am just so happy that they did that. Even the line in the teeth there is fantastic. So all of these accessories, wow, Dodoria. Did I expect, like, I was like, sure, I'll get Dodoria, but I wasn't like, I'm getting Dodoria. And lastly, you've got the glowing 7-star Dragon Ball. And as you can see, contrary to the Namekian 7-star Dragon Ball that we got previously, this is glowing. It is not translucent. You cannot see my finger through it, so that means Purunga is coming. Not like what it means in the show. We're getting a Purunga. I don't know when, I don't know how, but it's gonna happen but at the end of this Namekian glowing Dragon Ball figure line there. So be on the lookout. That's just my prediction. It makes all the sense in the world, so it's not really a prediction. It's more of like an obvious it's coming. And, you know, I normally show off the fisticuff hands, but I mean, you've seen them. They look like Hulk punching hands. They're pink. They've got actually a really good, nice knuckle wrinkle right there, and some black polish on there. These over here would impale a Namekian completely, and it looks fantastic. The wrinkles on the fingers, you got the black nail polish. I will say the black nail polish is a little messy compared to what they should be, especially with a big zoom up like that. But looking at it on your shelf, you're gonna be like, oh, that's a very nice hand. Now, if you bring it under a microscope like I do, then you'll be like, oh, it's ugly. And last off for hands, you've got these kind of like cuppy hands, and honestly, I think they're just gonna be holding them Dragon Balls up against the side like that. And yes, you've gotten the last little scouter hand, and honestly, I really think that's all it's for, is to, like, what's the power level say right there? So yeah, that's all. But honestly, little knuckle wrinkles looking nice. Yeah. And Dodoria stands at about, it looks to be, what is that? 16 centimeters in almost, what is that? 6.5 inches there. So he seems pretty tall. He seems pretty tall, but I think it's good because he was always a sizable character. Now I want to see him with the rest of the boys. Actually, we don't have Zarbon, so we can't see him with the rest of that boy, but we can see him with the rest of the Friezas. You know, like Namek-san. And there you have it, Dodoria standing with all of the people that he's ever been associated with. We've got SH Figuarts 1.0 Krillin, because we don't have 2.0, we don't want to talk about. We've got SH Figuarts Bardock, Kid Gohan over there to the left, towering over all of them, actually towering over Gohan and Krillin. Bardock seems a pretty good height, I would say. He's not like super tall, but he's not like super short either. Frieza is definitely supposed to be exactly where he is right there, so that is fantastic as far as scaling, and he's also pretty much towering over the Scouter Vegeta over there. So Dodoria, look at you, just coming out here first time on the job, and you just killing it right there, like that very much. Thank you, Dodoria. So with all of that being said, will Dodoria become a first-rate henchman and receive the Got to Freaking Have It award? Or will history repeat itself and he will become a debris of dirty fireworks? Find out after this short break. Ladies and gentle collectors, are you entertained? Yeah, what are you thinking about Dodoria? Let me know, cause I've had it like always. At first I'm completely smitten, like, oh, I love you, and then I'm like, do I really? And then it comes somewhere in between there. So gripes, maybe an extra faceplate. Replace the extra faceplate with the Scouter finger. I see no reason for the Scouter finger to even exist, but I would have liked the actual, like, we've already gotten two, or like one ridiculous Dodoria faceplate right there, or just head right there. Give me where he blows up. Like where he actually implodes from Vegeta. I want that. Actually doesn't implode. He just gets blown away. I want that face. That would be fantastic. Everything else, the hands, they're great. You don't really need to do too much with them. The thing, there's two things that I want to touch on. One has been the biggest complaint for this figure, And I am here to say, you're wrong. I get where you're coming from, but you're wrong. There has been a misconception that since Dodoria is wide, that means he's wide both ways, both wide and wide. So he would look like he's gonna be a big boy, like this is how big he should be, and that's not the case. That's not true. He is a wide boy, but he is not a long wide boy, if that makes sense. And I have the proof right there. Yes. So that is straight from the anime, when he, you know, had his 15 seconds of fame and killed people real quick, even though they were weak. I'm sorry, but you're wrong. He should not be wide that way. He should only be wide this way that he's about to hit the camera right there. Boom! Big wide boy. That's what he's supposed to be. Other complaints. His mobility it's lacking. The armor does hinder a good amount of his arm movements there. So like this right here, you can already see that the shoulder pads are up. So that's a little bit of a bummer, but it's something that we've come to expect, honestly. So I'm not gonna hold it against this figure in particular. I do wish they would have implemented the 2.0 or the double jointed armor joints. That would have been nice and would have kind of helped things to ease to where you didn't have to raise those things. Because honestly, they look good when they're down, but when they're up like that, they just don't look the greatest. And I guess that's just how these figures are gonna be. His balance is not the best, but look at him. Do you expect him to be like he's big, he's wide one way, and he doesn't have really anything keeping him in check, leaning this way or leaning that way. So not gonna have the best balance. And then his mobility, like I said, his legs are god awful. Not god awful. Okay, I take it back. They're not the greatest. You can totally tell that Dodoria does not do yoga when it comes to this figure here, because that double jointed knee, it's not a double jointed knee at all. That's my knees. When I go to the gym, I can't do much at all when it comes to leg day. And that's my knees right there. But with all of that being said, his price point, $80, the size of him, the perfect scaling that he actually gets nailed with, the playability that he comes with for both Vegeta, Gohan, Krillin, and future Zarbon and Frieza down the road, all great points. The accessories are great. I'm kind of over the Dragon Balls, to be honest with you, but I understand where they're coming from. It's guaranteed that we're going to get 7 of them, so cool. And then the Scouter finger, we've already talked about it. The Scouter does look good. As much as I've harped on him, he's really fun. He really is, and I'm glad to have him in my collection. And for Dodoria and Zarbon to actually get into this, I think it opens the doors up for other characters down the road if Dragon Ball Super Season 2 Part 2 doesn't come anytime soon, which there's no inkling of that happening. So, you know, hold off on your Moro and Granola. Oops, spoilers. Hold off on those, because I think we're gonna get some lower B tier and C tier characters like these boys right here. So happy about that. So with all of that rambling being done here, we gotta rate the boy. My rating scale is hate it, like it, love it, God, to freaking have it. I'm gonna say love it. I'm going to say love it. I really had a lot of fun with him. He's definitely worth the pickup if you have it in your budget and you want to just have fun with the figures. Like, if you want to have a full Namek line, this is great. If you're not 100% completionist, I don't know what to tell you. I think since we're starting to get into the smaller and niche characters, that is what's going to happen, and that's what's going to determine, do you just want 60 Gokus, or would you like a Dodoria or a Kui? No, we're not getting Kui. Don't lie to yourself. I'm sorry. So, if you agree with me, or if you have something else or feel something differently about him, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think about Dodoria. And if you like the shots going on over there in between the break, make sure and head on over to LeCompton _ and give him a like, love, follow, whatever you got to do on Instagram, of course. Didn't mention that, but you should know at this point. Stay tuned for next week. We're just gonna keep getting these bangers out. Honestly, might as well. They're new, they're hot, they're fresh, trying to stay relevant, and also, it's my boy. I can't just not review my boy. Kong, Vegeta, Super Saiyan 3, and Ultra Ego Vegeta. Excuse me. Are coming next week, so please stay tuned. Do not look forward to a compilation, little fun metal thing, because it's not gonna happen because he's not been animated. There's nothing to do with him. I could just show you stills, but nah, don't think that would work. I would just make him shake and you'd be like, oh, stop it. Guys, thank you so much for watching this. If you liked the video, hit that like button if you haven't already done so. Hit that subscribe button and might not make it a 241 notification bell. Hit that bell right up there. Thank you guys again so much for watching this, and until next time, Compton out.